Efficiency is a time-driven virtue that matters. Teaching and learning process is not simply accomplishing tasks. To accomplish tasks on time makes a difference, as Department Order 9 Series 2005 is rooted to spend on quality time on task to improve learning. Together, let's work this out. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Administrative Leadership, ED217, under Professor Fortunato Hedalanga. This is Ninfa B. Obillos, together with my co-reporter, Heidi A. Balasote. We'll be discussing about Department Order 9, Series 2005. Department Order 9, Series 2005. Instituting measures to increase engaged time on task and ensuring compliance therewith. What are the objectives? Know the importance of Department Order 9, Series 2005. Identify the general objective of Department Order 9, Series 2005. Understand the specific measures to increase engaged time on task. What is DepEd Order 9, Series 2005? Department Order 9, Series 2005, instituting measures to increase engaged time on task and ensuring compliance therewith. This DepEd order is addressed to all undersecretaries, assistant secretaries, Bureau Service Center, directors, schools division superintendents, and school heads. Why is Department Order 9, Series 2005 important? DepEd Order 9, Series 2005 is important because it is addressed to arrest the deteriorating quality of education. One of the immediate tasks that need to be undertaken is to increase engaged time on task. To follow the prescribed 205 school days shall be strictly spent on engaged time on task. What is the general objective of Department Order 9, Series 2005? The general objective of DepEd Order Number 9, Series 2005 is to meet the required number of school days in every school year and the time allotment for the different subjects in every school day by lessening activities that take teachers or students away from the classroom, maximizing the use of the time allotment for every subject, and reducing the non-teaching duties of teachers. What is a school day? A school day is defined as a day devoted to instructionally relevant activities pursuant to engaging students in learning the lessons of the curriculum. Any school day or part of a school day spent otherwise is classified as a disruption. Any suspension of classes that involves instructionally relevant activities may be classified as a valid school day. However, any other suspension of classes that constitutes a disruption shall be avoided and shall be made up by another school day outside of the school calendar. As a matter of policy, the prescribed 205 school days shall be strictly spent on engaged time on task. How can classes be suspended, and who has the authority to suspend? Suspension of classes for any reason shall be carefully considered, decided, and authorized by the school's division superintendent and school heads, while teachers are authorized to alter scheduled activities of their individual classes. The exercise of this authority, however, shall be balanced by the professional responsibility of superintendents, school heads, and teachers to ensure that students obtain the full benefit of the curriculum-based instruction for the prescribed number of school days contained in the school calendar. What specific measures are adopted to increase engaged time on task? Classes should not be suspended even while there are school celebrations of important historical events or significant occasions. Discussions on the significance of these events or occasions, such as United Nations Day, Arbor Day, School Nutrition Month, Environment Month, AIDS Awareness Day, etc., should be integrated in related subject areas during the regular classroom discussions. Streamers should no longer be put up in schools to announce such celebrations. Simple announcements in bulletin boards would suffice. Similarly, with regard to national programs which DepEd is expected to support, integration in regular classroom discussions in the relevant subjects shall serve as the mode of imparting important messages to students. The holding of contests in schools to support such programs shall be conducted outside of school hours.
DepEd Central Office will no longer endorse competitions sponsored by certain government or non-government entities. Enrichment and remediation classes and individual instruction shall be encouraged to support teaching and learning and may be conducted during the period to be determined by the school head. In-service training programs and write shops, module making, whether organized by the central, regional, or division offices, as well as the training components of foreign-assisted projects requiring attendance of classroom teachers shall be scheduled during the 5-day mid-year break and during the summer vacation. In the case of school-based or school cluster-based training program, this may be held preferably on Fridays or on weekends. Only schools with school papers shall be allowed to participate in local schools' press conferences. Schools division superintendents shall ensure that the 5-day break at the middle of the school year, which is counted as part of the required number of school days, shall be optimally used by school heads for review and assessment of activities for the first half of the school year, planning for the second half of the school year, and conduct of in-service training programs. Every school head shall prepare an implementation plan for the 5-day mid-year break, which shall include the in-service training program for teachers and the assignments, projects, and homework to be given to the students for that period. National, regional, or division athletic meets or academic and non-academic competitions, including practices for said meets and competitions, shall be allowed on condition that these are held after class hours and days. In determining the composition of delegations to these competitions, regional directors and schools division superintendents should only include the competitors, their coaches, and officiating personnel. What procedures are prescribed to ensure compliance with the measures to increase engaged time on task? Every school shall prepare its school calendar detailing the day-to-day activities of the prescribed number of school days to be submitted to the school's division superintendent at the start of the school year. Said calendar shall be prepared in consultation with the students, the PTCA, and the local government unit concerned. Suspension of classes for specific school or school district shall be submitted by the school head or the district supervisor, as the case may be, to the school's division superintendent at least 1 week before the planned suspension, stating the reason for the suspension of classes and the schedule for the make-up classes. Thereafter, a report on the actual conduct of make-up classes shall also be submitted. At the end of every school year, the school's division superintendent shall submit a report to the regional office on the actual number of school days held in every school in the division, together with the recommendations on how the policy on engaged time on task can be further strengthened. Such information shall be used in the performance appraisal of schools, their respective school heads, and the school's division superintendents. Regional and division office supervisors shall monitor the strict compliance of individual school with the required number of school days for each school year. Regional offices shall submit not later than 2 weeks after the end of the school year to the central office a report on the number of actual school days in the different school divisions under their jurisdiction, together with a recommendation on how the policy can be further improved. Conclusion. To conclude, it is very important to be clear on what your roles and responsibilities include and what the boundaries of your role are whilst remaining professional at all times. A professional boundary between teachers and other professional roles like social services or admin staff needs to be in place in any school. Without basic set boundaries, individuals may misunderstand or misinterpret a situation. Boundaries are also an element of safeguarding.